So for our practice tonight, and I think, every week's always got a bit of strangeness in it, but maybe this felt a bit strange in some ways to me. And I've just been thinking about before this practice, I was thinking about what's my focus here? What do I want for myself, really? And the words self-compassion came up. And that's easy to say, but not so easy to really understand and appreciate and be in. And I have got a lovely quote from E. Cummings, one of my favourite poets. And I think this says something about that. To be nobody but yourself in a world which is doing its best night and day to make you everybody else means to fight the hardest battle which any human being can fight. And it's a real fight. I mean, fight's a bit strong, but a fight worth fighting, I think, to be oneself. And that's a lifelong occupation, right? Self-knowledge. And it's the most, I think, worthy occupation. That's what we're doing in our yoga practice. So, we'll begin lying down. And what better way to start? What better way to kind of really ground and configure ourselves and just really open up the body with the mantra Om. So just lying flat on the ground, just feeling whatever you're feeling, any aches and pains, any agitations, just be with that. And we will bring in the mantra Om, the sacred sound of the universe. So you can do this with your eyes closed if you want to, breathing in through the nostrils. We'll do that 2 more times. Nice deep breath in through the nostrils. One more time. Let your sound out. Okay, feel that. And let's just extend the whole body with that lovely vibration in it. Extend the arms above the head, point the toes, stretch the whole body out. Get everything long on the ground. Open the chest, open the shoulders. And let's see if we can open up one side at a time. So we take hold of the left wrist with the right hand. We're going to extend through the whole of the left side. So breathe into the left side of the body. And as you breathe out, push the left heel away, drawing on that left wrist, and let the head just roll over and rest onto the top of the right arm there. Just let it rest there. I'm really pushing that left heel away, but keeping it on the ground. Breathing into the left side again, filling it with air, with space, and breathing out. It's almost as if the arm's coming over the head. So we're getting this kind of really lovely long curve. Imagine yourself like a banana, like a curved banana shape. The other side is just relaxed, and let it relax. It's going to have its moment in a second. One more breath in. And breathing out, soften, relax, let go of the wrist. Let your arm just flop to the side. Take a moment to notice the difference between the sides. Then take hold of the right wrist with the left hand. Push the right heel away. Breathe into the right side of the body. Left side's relaxed now. And as you breathe out, pushing into that right heel, pulling that arm gently, I'm taking it over the head, letting the head roll over to rest on the upper left arm. Again, breathing into the right side of the body, give it a full breath, create space. And as you breathe out, pushing that right heel away, drawing that right arm over the head, opening up the whole of the side of the body here. Just enjoy that, opening your wings. Breathing in one more time and release. Just see how that feels for a moment. And we're going to just move. Let's just loosen both legs up by just rolling them on the ground, letting the feet flop from side to side, and then just relax them. Arms stay on the ground above the head, so you might need to widen them for that to happen. That's okay. Breathing into the nostrils, back of the neck is long. Into the chest, and as you breathe out, the arms are straight up, but they're reaching up to the ceiling, and they're coming over the body. And at the end of that out breath, the hands reach the ground either side of the body. And we're doing this really with slowness, with intention, with our mind focused just on this. And our intention is to keep the movement smooth, even, steady. So it's always at a very steady, even pace. Notice when there's kind of a speeding up towards the end or at the beginning, and just see if you can just allow the arms to lift off the ground with the in-breath. So the movement is matching the breath. Inhaling, expanding the chest, and exhaling, we're softening everything. We're keeping it slow and steady. Notice how busy your mind is. Notice that. You don't need to, punish yourself or tell yourself that's bad. That's just how it is. That's how it is. The mind is how it is. And we're watching it and being interested and curious in what happens with our minds, where they're being magnetized towards, what's capturing our thoughts. Let's make this the last one. Inhaling, the arms come up. So we're just slowing down and bringing our focus of attention to our body and our breath, and also taking time to actually notice our state of mind, notice how we are. Sometimes we're so busy and chaotic that we don't even notice or take time to sort of really feel how we are. So just take the hands a little bit away from the body, palms facing up. We're going to do again something very gentle and very subtle, but it's powerful. So make sure there's space between the feet, and the distance you need to have the feet apart is when you roll the feet in, as if you want to touch the big toes together, they just don't quite touch, okay? So making sure you're really doing that as much as you can, and then seeing that they don't touch, so you don't have them touching, have them apart slightly. And then just let the feet fall out to the side. So we're just going to move in this way, but slowly. So rather than moving the feet back and forth, this isn't kind of very interesting. We're moving with this slow, steady, very intentional breath. So breathing in, and as you breathe out, the toes come towards each other. Breathing in, let the feet fall out to the sides. Slow, steady in-breath, feet rolling in. This is a very subtle but powerful impact on your spine, which obviously is the center of our being, and also aligned with that, the nervous system and the subtle energy system. So the center of our body, is really key. And just, you can do this with your eyes closed if you want to. This is a spinal rehabilitation, if you like. Yeah, breathing in, the feet fall out to the sides, let them really fall out to the sides. Breathing out, the toes want to touch each other, but not quite making it. So I think you've probably got that now. So we're going to add a couple more things into this mix. So you keep those feet moving with the same breath pattern. The inhale, the feet out to the sides. So exhale, toes come together. As you inhale now, we're going to roll the hands in. So you'll see that I'm kind of rolling the hands in, or rolling the arms in so the palms are flat on the floor. Actually, I've just come out of sync. So the feet are out to the sides. That's inhaling, and then the exhaling, the toes coming towards each other and the palms turn up. So inhaling, the feet fall out to the side, the palms roll in or the arms roll in. Inhaling, exhaling, the toes come together and the palms come up. So I'm confused myself. So I'm thinking about it and doing it. So yeah. The key thing to remember is when your feet are out to the side, that's an inhale, then you know that everything's going to be good. And that your arms and legs are kind of going in opposite directions. So when the feet go out, the arms roll in. And when the feet come together, the arms roll out. That's probably a better way to describe it. So inhaling, feet out to the sides, arms roll in. Exhaling, toes roll in together, palms face uppermost. So really rolling the arms in and out. One last thing to add into this, so we're kind of impacting the lower part of the spine and middle part, and now we go to the very top and the neck. So as you inhale, the feet fall out to the side, the arms roll in, the head goes over to the right. As you exhale, toes come together, arms roll out, head goes over to the left. So we're just keeping this all synchronized. Inhaling, feet out to the side, palms roll in, head goes over to the right. Exhaling, feet come in together, palms to the ceiling, head over to the left. So you're rolling that head on the ground. I'll just repeat that a couple more times to see in case you're a little bit lost or you get mixed up. So inhaling, feet fall out to the side, arms roll in, head goes over to the right. Exhaling, feet come in together, arms roll outwards, palms face the ceiling, head goes over to the left. And we'll just let you do this a couple more times in your own timing, in your own breath. Really coordinating this, slowing it down as much as possible. And always the key to slowing and deepening the breath, which is dictating this movement, is to breathe out a little more fully than we normally might. So really extending the out breath. And extending the out breath is the key also to coming into a more relaxed state. The parasympathetic nervous system is triggered just even by one out breath. So make it a long out breath. Get the most out of it. Okay, and then just let yourself come to stillness. Hug the knees to the body. Have a little rock and roll. On the lower back, enjoy that feeling. Let's draw some circles actually. Take the hands on top of the knees and we'll draw a big circle on the ground. Breathing in, the knees come away. Breathing out, draw the knees into the body. So just drawing a lovely big circle. Slow is the order of the day. Really taking care of ourselves. Yeah. Listening, feeling. Things we aren't normally so much requested to do is to listen deeper and to feel. And to acknowledge how it is we feel, how our body feels, how our breath is. Just really take your attention into these places. And we do that in our yoga practice. And the more regularly we do that, we can change direction now with the knees. And you can even let go of the knees, do this hands-free if you want to, try both, see which you prefer. The more regularly we do this in our yoga practice, then it starts to become part of our everyday life, into the weave of our everyday life. And the more we can start to weave little threads of our yoga practice into our life, which starts most obviously with the breath, and the first thing we can do in our everyday life is to notice the breath, even without doing anything to it, just notice it. Stretch the arms and legs up. Let's see how those feel. Really making them long, and then we're going to rotate the wrists and ankles all at the same time. Appreciating these joints. Oiling the joints, movement. Movement is everything. You can even bring that into the arms, into the legs a little bit. You can even let that be a bit more floaty, seeing what happens when you kind of bring it into the legs and the knees. And then we rotate them in the other direction. And again, you can kind of bend in the joints and just see what happens when we kind of make it a bit more fluid, spiraling in the body. And then we can hug the knees again. Good. So let's see. We're going to give ourselves a full stretch. Put the legs out rather, and bring the hands either side. So we're going to do a little breathing and moving again, slow and steady, coordinated. Try and keep the mind focused on this. The inhale, the arms come up slowly. Inhale, the arms reach the ground at the end of the inhale. Then you press the small of the back into the ground. You have to use the abdominals to do that. Notice how the legs start acting as well. And exhaling, draw the knees into the body. Inhaling, push those heels up to the ceiling, stretch the backs of the legs. Exhaling, bring the knees in. Inhaling, extend the legs away. You can either do that with the feet off the ground or slide the feet away on the ground. Then exhaling, finally bringing the arms back to the side. So it's a beautiful little sequence from the Shivananda tradition. Breathing in, the arms come up. Opening the chest, breathing out, draw the knees in. Breathing in, extend the legs. Breathing out, draw the knees in, squeeze them into the body. Breathing in, extend the legs away. Breathing out. So you'll notice, with the breathing, it's really dictated by the openness or closedness. So expanded movements, the arms coming up, that's inhaling, making more space. Exhaling, squeeze the breath out, so we bring the knees in. Inhaling, we're stretching the backs of the legs, extending them, so it's inhaling. Then we're bringing the knees back in, it's exhaling. We're extending the legs, so we're inhaling. And we're bringing the arms back, closing them down. So we're exhaling. Let's do one more of these. Breathing in, the arms come up. Lovely, long, slow, open movement. Exhaling, draw the knees in. Inhaling, push the heels up to the sky. Exhaling, draw the knees into the body. Inhaling, extend the legs away. And exhaling, draw the arms forwards. Good. And we'll just bend the knees again. Give them a little bit of a hug. Rock and roll. Because it feels good. Why not? And we'll place the soles of the feet on the ground, close to the buttocks. Make sure the feet are about hips width apart so that the hip joint, ankle joint, and knee joint and ankle joint are all kind of in alignment. So there's space between the feet. Arms flat down. Chin tucked in tightly. We're going to do a moving bridge here. So on the inhale, you're going to lift. So again, it's really feel that kind of strengthening in the abdominals and also drawing up the pelvic floor, the Mula Bandha. Really helps when you lift the hips and then roll the spine down. You don't need to make it too big a movement, particularly now, just go with what feels good to you. This isn't doing a massive back bend, it's just breathing in, lifting the hips off the ground and rolling down and enjoying that little roll down of the spine. And keeping the eyes closed if you want to. Close the eyes and just feel into this movement. See if you can connect. We want to reconnect with our body and connect with our spinal column. Breathing in. You might find your hips naturally want to go a bit higher, but we don't need to push it. We don't need to force anything. We're just being very gentle and kind of following our flow, breathing out. But make sure here, the kind of thing that really needs to be kept steady is the thighs are going to be steady and stable. Because there's a tendency in this position for, the thighs to come out, but or they come in. So try and keep them steady and stable. So this will also train the legs, the joints to stay stable, and they're not twisting. You're not twisting anything there, and it's good strengthening for the thighs there as well. The legs, they're supporting you. They're under you. They're your connection. They're the thing that takes you forward, that moves you, propels you forward. Your legs and your hips. Breathing in all the way up, breathing out, rolling down. And then if you want to, you can also just make this a bit more expansive by opening the arms up, bringing the arms above the head on the inhale, and bringing the arms forward, rolling that spine down. Really feel that you're rolling it down. That requires a bit of abdominal work. So you're lifting the back off the ground, taking the arms above the head if you want to. You don't have to do that. And as you roll down, you're rolling down from the top, rolling. So you have to kind of squeeze the belly button in to get that last little bit rolling on the ground. One last one, breathing in, expansive, and on the out breath, rolling back down, slowly, 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 slowly. When the back reaches the ground, the hands reach the ground as well. Hug the knees once more, give them a little rock and a roll. Okay. Spinal twist is always a good treat. So we're going to do this version with the knees up on the chest, take the arms out to the side, palms flat down. Breathing in to the nostrils. Breathing out, let the knees slowly roll over to the left and the head goes slowly over to the right. Let the legs relax. So they shouldn't be off the ground, they should be relaxed. They might start straightening out, that's fine. You can even, if you feel like it helps, you can rest that left hand just on the outside of that thigh. Not pushing, but just resting, just to encourage the legs to relax. I'm looking right down that right arm. You can even close your eyes here as we take a breath. Imagine that breath is traveling up through the spinal column as you breathe in. It's traveling up from the base, traveling right to the top of the head. And as you breathe out, it's going back down through the spine and out through the base of the spine. Good. Spinal breathing. On the next inhale, you're going to slowly lift the knees up to center, back onto the chest, lift the head to center. And on the out breath, slowly lower the legs down to the right. Slowly, slowly. It's a bit of abdominal work, but only a little bit. And take the head over to the left, looking down the left arm. So you've got a beautiful twist from the top of the head right to the base of the spine. We're just going to enjoy that feeling. And breathe into that beautiful twisted spine, breathing into the base, breathing right to the top of the head. And breathing out, going back down, through the neck, down, through the middle, back down, through the base of the spine. Again, you can put that hand, the right hand on the outside of that thigh. That feels like it's creating some ease. Good. I use the inhale to lift your knees to center, lift your head to center. Good. We'll just take the hands behind the knees and have a little rock along the length of the spine. That's because it's fun. If it feels fun, I hope it does. Have a little rock. It might be a big rock or it might be a small rock. And then either rock up onto seated or roll onto your side and come to seated. I'm just going to do one more thing before we come into our Yoga Nidra. Okay. Actually, a couple more things, to be honest. Let's rub the knees, sitting up, cross-legged. You can sit on a cushion if that's more comfortable for you, but let's just pay attention to the knees. You know, they do a lot of work, take a lot of impact. We want to just create some softness and give them some attention. Put the palms together and then shake the hands off. Lift the shoulders up. Breathe in through the nostrils. Breathe out through the mouth. And we'll try it again, breathing in and out through the mouth. Good. One more of those, breathing in and out through the mouth. So we just prepare a little bit in the body. Bring the hands together. We're going to do a very simple little heart opening with a breath before we come into our Yoga Nidra. It just takes us into that really infinite space. You know, the heart space is infinite and we can develop and grow it. So hands at the heart center, thumbs just gently touching that heart center. Shoulders are back and down, back of the neck is long, sitting nice and tall, but not rigid. And so we breathe out first of all, looking down at the fingertips. As we breathe in, we lift our gaze, we open our hands up wide, maybe even smile with that inhale, and then we bring the hands back to the heart center. Very simple. And it has a kind of physical impact, opening the heart and the breath. Encourages us to lengthen our breath. Thinking about where we're placing our intention. And just opening the chest and looking up, it elevates our mood. And then at the other end, bringing ourselves into our center without being downcast. We're looking at the tops of the fingers there. We're just coming back in. So we see the full extent, the inhale and the exhale, and expanding the heart. It just helps us to keep our focus as well, which we're going to need for our Yoga Nidra, is keeping that focus. And breathing out, coming back to the heart center, always returning to the heart center, right in the middle of the body there. Let's do one more of these, breathing in. And breathing out. Come back to the center, the heart center, let the hands rest there. Close your eyes for a moment. Just take a moment to notice how your heart feels right now. How does your heart feel? Not maybe there's how you want your heart to feel, but just notice how it feels now. And allow that and accept it. How does it feel? If you had to describe that heart in words or images, how would you describe it? It's always different when we check in with the heart. I'm going to slowly get ready for a Yoga Nidra, so you might want to grab your socks and blankets and things, but let's just do a little slow. Like if you want to just come to lying down, if you want to make a tiny bit of effort, then we're going to stretch the fingers towards the toes, keep breathing in and out through the nostrils and lower the body slowly down. Keep breathing in and out to keep it nice and soft. We're not kind of straining. And then when you're down, it just creates a lot more relaxed feeling when you do come down to Shavasana. So we're in Shavasana now. Put some space between the feet, let some space between the arms and the body. And just start to gather yourselves. Put some warmer things over yourselves. Put socks on, whatever you need. Some of you may need a small, maybe a folded blanket or a very small cushion under your head, depending on the position of your neck. If when you're laid flat, your chin's higher than your forehead, then you'll need to and you can't make that change, then you'll need to put something underneath your head. It's just so the spine is in alignment and the neck also, obviously being part of that spine. So I'm going to put something warmer on as well, because I'm going to be sitting still. Oh, we're coming into the Yoga Nidra. Yeah. Wonderful. Let us just take a moment to settle. Just allow yourself a few minutes to get everything ready to make your little nest. Make sure you're warm enough, comfortable enough for the practice. So, just allowing yourself to settle, lying in the corpse posture, making yourself comfortable, and just slowly noticing your breath. Maybe take a breath in through your nostrils, any more release you need. Out through the mouth. Yeah. Close your eyes, take your focus inwards. And just notice your body on the ground. Feel your body. Feel your limbs long and heavy on the ground. Just doing anything else you need to do, any last minute adjustments, any kind of movements of your blankets, any shifts to make sure that you're completely comfortable and not distracted by anything. So that you can now allow yourself to remain still and quiet. Still and quiet throughout the whole Yoga Nidra. If you find it hard lying flat, you can always have your knees bent, feet on the floor, or you can put a cushion underneath your knees. It's a good thing to do. Anything that's going to make you more comfortable in the position. So the practice of Yoga Nidra is the act of hearing and the act of feeling, and these are the only important things. In Yoga Nidra, you function on the level of awareness, plus the level of listening. And all you need to do in this practice is listen to my voice, and I'll always be there with you, keeping you safe and secure, so that you can totally give yourself to the practice. So say to yourself now before we begin, I will not sleep, I shall only listen to the voice. I will not sleep. And if you do fall asleep, it's okay. That's not what we're intending, but sometimes it happens and you'll still be receiving the Yoga Nidra. So take a deep breath in, and as you breathe in, feel calmness spreading throughout your body. And as you're breathing out, say to yourself mentally, relax, let go everything, melt, soften, relax. Become aware of sounds in the distance. Become aware of the most distant sounds that you can hear. Let your sense of hearing operate like a radar beam, searching out distant sounds and following them for a few seconds. Move your attention from sound to sound without attempting to identify the source of that sound. Gradually bring your attention to closer sounds, to sounds just outside the building you're in, then to sounds inside the building, then to sounds in the room you're in. Develop awareness of the room that you're in. Without opening your eyes, visualize the walls, the floor, the ceiling, your body lying on the floor. See your body lying on the floor. Become aware of the existence of your physical body lying on the floor. Total awareness of your body lying in perfect stillness. Your body is lying on the floor. Develop your awareness of all the physical meeting points between the body and the floor. Become aware of the natural breath. Become aware of the deep, natural, spontaneous breath. Just watching this natural process, breath coming in, breath going out. And keep on listening to me and know that you are breathing. The practice of Yoga Nidra begins now. Say mentally to yourself, I am going to practice Yoga Nidra. I will not sleep. I am going to practice Yoga Nidra. And this is the moment to make your resolve, your sankalpa, or you might think of it as an intention or a promise to yourself. So this is a simple sentence, positively framed. So state your resolve to yourself now, clearly with feeling and awareness, 3 times. And then we begin the rotation of consciousness through different centers of the body, moving our attention from point to point as quickly as possible. If you wish, you can repeat mentally the name of each body part after me, while simultaneously becoming aware of that body part. The practice begins with the right side of the body. Bring your attention to the right side of the body. The right hand thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, little finger, palm of the hand, back of the hand, wrist, lower arm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, armpit, waist, hip, right thigh, knee, calf muscle, ankle, heel, sole of the foot, top of the foot, big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, little toe. Bring your attention to the left side of the body, left hand thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, little finger, palm of the hand, back of the hand, wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, armpit, waist, hip, thigh, knee, calf muscle, ankle, heel, sole of the foot, top of the foot, big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, little toe. Bring your attention to the back of the body, right shoulder, right shoulder blade, left shoulder blade, right buttock, left buttock, the length of the spine, the whole back, together. Bring your attention to the front of the body, the top of the head. The forehead, right eyebrow, left eyebrow. The eyebrow center, right eyelid, left eyelid. Right eye, left eye. Right ear, left ear. Right cheek, left cheek. The nose, the tip of the nose. Right nostril, left nostril. Upper lip, lower lip. Chin, jaw, throat. Right collarbone, left collarbone. Right side of the chest, left side of the chest. Middle of the chest. Navel, abdomen, lower abdomen. Bring your attention to the whole of the right leg, whole of the left leg, both legs together, whole of the right arm, whole of the left arm, both arms together, whole of the back, whole of the front, whole of the head together, legs, arms, back, front, head together, the whole of the body together, the whole of the body together, the whole of the body together. Develop awareness of the whole body and become aware of the space occupied by the body. Become aware of the body and this space that is occupied by your body. Body and space. Become aware of the whole body and the floor. The whole body in relation to the floor. And at the same time become aware of the meeting points of the body and the floor. These are very subtle physical points between body and floor. Feel the meeting points between the back of your head and the floor, shoulder blades and the floor, the elbows and the floor, the back of the hands and the floor, the buttocks and the floor, the calves and the floor, the heels and the floor. Awareness of all the meeting points between the body and the floor. The sensation of all points simultaneously, evenly. Go on feeling these points clearly and distinctly. Please do not sleep. Switch your attention to the eyelids. Feel the narrow line of meeting between the upper and lower eyelids. Feel the sharp points where they meet. Intensify your awareness between the eyelids and then the lips. Center your attention on the line between the lips, the space between the lips. From the lips, we go to the breath. Draw your attention to the natural ingoing and outgoing breath. Feel the breath moving along the passage between the navel and the throat. On inhalation, it rises from the navel to the throat. On exhalation, it descends from the throat to the navel. Be completely aware of the respiration. Navel to throat and throat to navel. Do not try to force the breath, just awareness. Maintain your awareness, and at the same time start counting your breaths backwards as follows. I am breathing in 21. I am breathing out 21. I am breathing in 20. I am breathing out 20. I am breathing in 19. I am breathing out 19. And so on from 21 to 1. Count to yourself mentally as you follow the rise and fall of your breath from navel to throat and back again. Total awareness of breathing and counting. The breathing is slow and relaxed. Please continue counting. I bring the awareness to the following sensations. Awaken the feeling of heaviness in the body. The feeling of heaviness. Become aware of heaviness in every single part of the body. You are feeling so heavy that you are sinking into the floor. Awareness of heaviness. Awareness of heaviness. Awaken the feeling of lightness. Awaken the feeling of lightness. A sensation of lightness and weightlessness in all parts of the body. Your body feels so light that it seems to be floating up away from the floor. Awareness of lightness. Bring your awareness to the experience of cold. Awaken the experience of bitter cold in the body. Imagine you are walking on a cold floor in the winter with bare feet. Your feet feel very cold. You feel cold all over. Allow it and feel it. A feeling of cold. Awareness of coldness. Awareness of coldness. Awaken the sensation of heat. Awaken the experience of heat. The whole body is hot. The whole body is hot. You feel hot all over. Recollect the feeling of heat in the summer, and you're out in the sun with no shade. Heat all over the body. Heat all around the body. Awareness of heat. Bring your awareness to the experience of pain. Concentrate and try to remember the experience of pain. Any pain you have experienced in your life, mental or physical. Recollect the feeling of pain. Allow it, experience it, feel it. Recollect the feeling of pleasure, any kind of pleasure, physical or mental. Recollect this feeling of pleasure and relive it. Make it vivid and real. Allow it to expand throughout the body. Awaken the feeling of pleasure. Awaken a real feeling of pleasure. Check that you are awake now. Ask, are you drowsy or sleeping? And make sure that you are not sleeping. Say to yourself, I am awake, I am practicing Yoga Nidra. Withdraw your mind and concentrate on the space in front of your closed eyes. This space we call Chidakasha. Imagine before you a transparent screen through which you can see infinite space. A space that extends as far as the eyes can see. Concentrate on this dark space and become aware of any phenomena that manifests within it. Whatever you see is the manifesting state of your mind. Continue your awareness of this space, but do not become involved. Practice detached awareness only. Now with your inner vision, visualize the following imagery. Imagine yourself in a park in the early morning. The sun has not risen and the park is deserted, except for yourself. It is a beautiful park, calm and peaceful. Walk across the springy grass. Listen to the birds whistle and call as they welcome in the new day. There are gardens of flowers, roses, yellow, pink, red, purple. Smell their fragrance and see the early morning dewdrops on their petals. Nearby the rose garden is a fish pond. Goldfish swim in and out amongst the water lilies. See their graceful movements. You walk between trees, beautiful trees, bare trees and trees with leaves, wide spreading trees and tall, stately trees. There is a clearing between the trees. In the clearing is a small temple with an aura of light around it. Go to the door. It is cool and dim inside. Inside, on the walls, there are pictures of great saints. You sit down on the floor, close your eyes, and become still. A sense of deep peace and harmony envelops you as the sounds outside fade into the distance. Continue your awareness of meditation inside the temple and stay there for some time until peace and harmony pervade. Bring your awareness back to Chitakasha. Bring your awareness back to the dark space you see in front of your closed eyes. Watch the darkness that you see before you very carefully, with detachment. Do not become involved. If any subtle phenomena manifests, for example, colors or patterns, images or symbols, simply take note of these and continue with your awareness. If thoughts occur, let them come and let them go. Continue watching the dark space. Continue this with detached awareness. Now in this dark, friendly space, this expansive space, remember your resolve, your sankalpa. Repeat the same resolve you made at the beginning of the practice, in the same words and with the same attitude. Repeat your sankalpa now 3 times clearly, with feeling and emphasis. Om Bhuva Swaha Tat Savito Varenyam Bhargo Divasya Dhimai Dio Yona Prashodaya. Become aware of your breathing. Become aware of your natural breathing. Awareness of breathing and awareness of relaxation. Develop awareness of your physical existence. Become aware of your arms and legs and your body lying stretched out on the floor. Become aware of the meeting points between your body and the floor. And develop awareness of the room you're in, the space around you. Allowing sounds to come back in around you. Taking your mind out, becoming completely external. Lying quietly for a few moments with your eyes closed. Just re-entering the world. As we do this, we start to physicalize, move the hands and feet, fingers and toes. Start to stretch and move in whatever way feels good, feels natural to you. Just allow your body to move and breathe a little deeper. Allowing your mind to slowly come out, slowly and gradually. Taking your time, no hurry. And slowly maybe hugging your knees, rocking around on the lower back, giving yourself a full stretch, doing whatever feels good for you. Just moving naturally and easily, maybe rolling onto your side, onto your right side for a moment. Resting there for a moment, stretching, moving, breathing. The practice of Yoga Nidra is now complete. Hari Om Tat Sat. So bringing the mind out, gradually and slowly, opening the eyes, looking around the room, just coming back out, fully engaging with the world, with your body and with all the things and all the stuff and the cats and the animals. Yeah, and just if you feel like it's good, you can rub the body a little bit and then rub the palms together. Just focusing your energy between the palms of the hands, making a bit of heat and energy between the palms of the hands, and bring that to your heart center. Close the eyes, bring your focus of attention into that middle space, that space where everything converges, expansive space. Yeah, breathe into it, give it warmth and energy, and bring to mind a person or people, anybody you wish. Could be one person, could be lots of people. Somebody who you want to send some love or a message or healing, whatever you want to send to them, whether they're alive or not alive, whether they're close by or a long way away. Just really think about them, imagine them, and they're feeling their essence, and connect heart to heart. Good. Namaste. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace to you all. And thank you for your practice.